Welcome to Primary 5 Integrated Science, Lesson 15. My name is Mayen Ronald, taking you through. Members, we are still moving on with our topic of the heat energy under matter. We are still moving on methods of separating mixtures. And last time we looked at methods of separating solid-liquid mixtures. Today, we are still moving on with liquid-solid mixtures. Last time we looked at filtration and decantation. Today we are looking at evaporation to dryness or crystallization. When we talk about crystallization, it's the process in which solids are recovered from their solutions. Process in which solids are recovered from their solutions. I remember telling you that when we talk about the solid, we are meaning a substance that can dissolve in a solvent or in a liquid. So, when a substance dissolves in a liquid and you want to obtain that substance, you can use crystallization or evaporation to dryness. This is done by evaporating the solvent to dryness. A solvent is any substance or any liquid that dissolves a solid. So we can evaporate to dryness the solvent. This helps us in our homes to regain salt from salt solution. For example, you accidentally poured too much salt in water and you want to regain the salt that you have put in water. What you are supposed to do, make sure that you stir. You make the solution in that salt and water, then get that water solution, pour it in a saucepan, then put it on fire, boil until the water evaporates and the saucepan will remain dry. As it dries, you will remain with all the salt at the base of the saucepan. Now here we are having the saying that recovering salt from a mixture of salt and sand. How can we separate a mixture of salt and sand? Here we can separate a mixture of salt and sand by having the following steps. 1. Collect the mixture in a container. Get a mixture of this salt and sand in a container. Then add water to the mixture and stir till the salt completely dissolves. After having your mixture of sand and salt in a container or a cup, stir. Add water and stir until you start salt has dissolved completely. Then the third step, filter the solution to remove the sand particles. So after mixing, you put the filter panel, filter the solution, then the water having the salt will pass through the filter paper, then will be collected down and the sand will remain on top as the residue. Then heat the filtrate to dryness. The solution which has been collected as a filtrate, you are supposed to heat it until the saucepan dries. You will remain with salt in a saucepan and sand will remain alone as a residue on the filter paper. Then let's also look at how we separate mixtures of liquid. When we talk about separation of liquid mixtures, we use the following methods. 1 is using a separating funnel and 2 is the distillation method. So liquid mixtures only applies. We can only use this method when we are having mixtures of immiscible liquids. Miscible liquids that cannot be mixed or cannot make a uniform solution. So for example, using a separating funnel, this is a method used to separate a mixture of liquids with different densities or immiscible liquids. These liquids have different densities, meaning that when you put them together, they can't mix and form a uniform solution. And examples of such immiscible liquids, we have water and oil, then also have petrol and water, paraffin and water. These liquids, when you mix them, they can't form a uniform mixture. There's one which will set at the bottom and one on the top. So we are using our separating funnel. This diagram here is for separating funnel. So this one is called a separating funnel. When you pour your liquid, your immiscible liquid here, you find that, for example, you're having a mixture of water and oil. When you pour in a separating funnel, water will remain at the bottom and oil will float on top of water on top. So, how do you separate the two? You come and open the tap here. When you open this tap, you allow now the water to flow into the what? The container down here. As water flows, it moves. By the time the water comes to any end, you close the tap. You will remain with the oil in the separating funnel and water in the container down. So you have separated the two substances which are mixed. This one we call using a separating funnel. Then we have distillation method. With distillation method, it's a method of separating a liquid from liquid impurities. So here we have a liquid which is not pure. And you want to remove the impurities and you remain with one the pure one? Liquid. So impure liquid is heated to evaporate, cooled and then condensed. As you see in our diagram. Here we have water with impurities, meaning that this water is not pure. It has some impurities or that. So what you do, you are going to heat the water with the impurities and you see it is now evaporating. As it evaporates, it passes through the delivery tube until it becomes the cold water. This container is having cold water. When it reaches here, it is cooled and condensed. The vapor is cooled and condensed. Then the condensed vapor will come and be collected here as the distillate. So we are saying that the condensed or pure liquid is collected in another container and the pure liquid is called the distillate. So that is the scientific name given to this pure water now, which is collected by the method of distillation. This has been happening. We can use this method of separating mixtures when we are making alcohol. We can use distillation method to prepare alcohol, pure alcohol, like Uganda Warrant, and so on. So, what's the importance of this cold water here? The work of the cold water is to condense the water vapor. To condense the water vapor. That's why the delivery tube is passing cold water. And now, why is the delivery tube coiled? Well, it would be straight, but why is it coiled? It is coiled only to increase the surface area for condensation of the water vapor. Then the scientific name given to the water collected here is what we call the distillate. So this method, when we reach P6, we are going to repeat it again, and the alcohol we shall see it. And the methods of preparing clean water, again we shall look at it, distillation. So we shall continue talking about it in the next class. Thank you for listening. However, there are some questions attached to this lesson. Sure, we answer them and submit for marking as we have always been doing. Thank you for being good children. We meet in the next lesson.